Hi everyone. So today I have Tonic's craft kit number 95. I believe it's called Elegant Argyle to share with you. This is their monthly subscription box. I will say you can also do a one-off purchase, but these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and the links on the description box for the US and the UK will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So I appreciate the support. Thanks for using those links. Again, down in the description box, you just have to expand it. So you can do the monthly membership. The price of the kit and the shipping is a little bit lower if you do it that way. But if you just want this one and you don't want any kind of membership, you can definitely just pick up this one. Excuse me. And I will say, though, as far as the membership, you could cancel at any time. So, something to think about, right? So there you go. There's no I have to do 3 months or I have to do 6 months before I can do anything. No, you can cancel it. As soon as you do the one membership or whatever, the 1 month. And then if you are a current member, you do get 10% off of the site, their Tonic's site. So it should apply automatically, but in the past, if you put in the code TCK, you should get your 10% if you're a current member. So look at this. Okay, so again, Elegant Argyle. And look at these little purses this makes. How cute. Look at the little clippies here. Or it can be maybe a little handbag where you don't have the strap there. It's just going to have yeah, excuse me, or you can just have the little handbag where you just hold it. You don't have to have the strap there. Super cute. A clutch, that's what it's called. I was like, what is it called when it's just the little guy without a bigger, handle or strap. And it says, what can you create? So there's, examples here. So this is, excuse me, I am just really tongue-tied today. So I received samples. Mine might be a little different than yours in that maybe it doesn't have all the items or something like that. So sometimes I have the carrier or the brochure to show you, and sometimes I don't. So I do have it this time. It does have a whole listing of what's included. That's also there on the product list. So like I said, I'll have the links down in the description box, and you'll see all these things written out there for you, what's included. So I will put this to the side here. Super cute. I see the Argyle there. Our meat and potatoes. Oh, look at this. So again, this time I do have the sticker. Really nice. In the recent months, they've been including these guys. And look, this has a little image of the project. So what you're supposed to do with this is take it and put it on your binders like these. Every 3 months, even if it's a one-off purchase, if that's a month that has a binder, you get the binder. So you can take these guys and you can put them on the binder also. So when you see the binder spine, you know exactly what's in it. You can use the longer ones, you can use the little guys, whatever works out for you. And then this guy, you're going to put it on the folder itself. So you can cover it here, you can put it wherever you want. I kind of just put off to the side. Bottom, I guess, is more than the side. I love this new label though, because a lot of times it just had the name and maybe some cute little curlicues and things like this, but this is very much showing what's in there. And this thing is there's a lot in here. So this is a full-size photopolymer stamp set, and actually I'll use the back of this binder to show you that. So handmade with love, personally for you, enjoy every moment. A chic surprise or a chick surprise, depending on how you like to pronounce that. Sending smiles over miles. I mean, there's just a lot, right? It's your time to shine. You can pause on those if you would like. And then down here you have all these little icons and more circular things that can include with these little outlines. It's really cute. This one has a thin outline, thicker in the center, and this one has a thicker outside, thinner in the center. It's a little different. This one has a stitched look. Cute little icons, all these different sentiments. And then you have your dies, and these are nice size dies. I'll give you some measurement right now. What is going on? Look at this. Hold on. Have you ever? I don't think I've ever seen where there are 4 split die sets or die sheets, should I say. That is, wow. Okay, so there's a lot going on, obviously, for our purse here. It does come with instruction. I do have the instruction today to share with you, so that's great, because, again, it comes included with the item. That is, wow. What is going on here? So, oh my gosh, this is really cool. It's an insert inside the purse itself, right? Wow. There is a lot going on, but let me give you the measurement on this largest die. I can see this big guy, so make sure you have a machine that will accommodate this for you. Yeah, I have never seen that. And I've been doing this for many years now. So the metal to metal of this die is 7 3/4, I would say, but you see that's a 3/4 and it has a little extra. Okay, so there you go. And then in the other direction we have 5 3/8, like right on 5 3/8. Okay, and that's the biggest die. So everything else is going to be smaller. Your machine should be able to accommodate those. Yeah, because even this one's a little bit skinnier than this one. Okay. Wow, I'm just blown away by that. So yeah, we're definitely going to get into that, obviously. We're going to make our projects today. The Elegant Argyle paper pack. A lot of times when they include paper packs like this, it's a sneak peek to like something that they're going to bring out in a few months. If it's just a release of more paper, maybe different sizes, different things that go with it, generally is what they do. So you have this sneak peek of Elegant Argyle, so you get it ahead of time. So very bright pinks and like blues and like darkish kind of, I don't know if it's brown. It's kind of looking brown, but it also looks like a black kind of value there. But there you go. On this side, it has a little bit more subtle, like the blue. And this one has a blue with like a little like yellow accent. All Argyle, clearly. Oh, and these are some strips that you can cut and cute things that you can cut out. Of course, we have the dies that are, there are a lot of dies there, and I know I didn't go through each and every one, so we'll check it out in just a moment. But you're going to have dies that help you cut these things, okay? And there are 3 sheets of each, it looks like. How's it going through this? I like this. Yeah. And then look at the little scissors on this Argyle. That is so cute and crafty. I love it. More of a classic kind of look. Oh, and I said it's all Argyle. Of course, I spoke ahead a little bit. And when I'm saying a classic kind of look, I was thinking, honestly, Louis Vuitton kind of thing. And look at this with the little stripe and everything. That looks very cute. Or like, of course, I'm thinking Louis kind of bags, but maybe a Gucci kind of feel. I don't know. Okay, so then we have this guy with the zigzag kind of striping. It looks more like quilted fabric. On the back is more of a creamy color of that same thing. And then here we have this little kind of like crosshatch kind of pattern, right? A little basket weave kind of thing. And the back has a creamy color. And then this one also, again, looks like not quilted so much, more like a leather that's been like pressed. I don't know how to explain that. There you go. And on the back you have the brown look of that. Very cool. And then these are our accessory papers. Okay. So yeah, so I see what, so a lot of times we'll have like little extras and things. I think what happened is they focus on those dies and that's where the value is there. And then your papers obviously and things like that. But let me go back over here and just make sure. Yeah, for sure. And it's funny because when I looked at this, I thought, oh, I see papers and I see, but it didn't occur to me. With the bonus stamp set, it says 4 sheets of dies. Yeah, for sure. A handbag die set and a mini purse die set. So that's what we're looking at there. Because I mean, that was just a lot of dies. And then all the papers, and it looks like ivory white, and every paper has 2 other than the chrome silver. So espresso brown, raspberry pink, fuchsia pink, cornflower blue, blue cashmere, and then the chrome silver paper, which is this one. We have one of that. Sorry, it looks crazy. You can see me. Hello. And then these guys. 2 of each of these, double-sided. These are the Craft Perfects and those beautiful colors that we read off. And then again, 2 sheets of each. So just really beautiful colors to go with that paper pack. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, look at that yellowish that's in the Argyle there. Really, really cute. Okay, so let's take a quick look again at some of the dies so we can see a little more about that. Sorry guys, I just realized I'm like, ooh, I was so blown away, and then I was just talking about the biggest dies. Kind of skipped over everything that's in there, but like it says, there are 2 different die sets. So there's handles or accents for your handles. There's that little clippy that we saw at the beginning that looks like that little, not so much carabiner, but yeah, just like a clip. The sides of, like, I guess the mini bag, because the sides of the larger one are up here. Cute little accents for like the corners of your purse. So the inlays that say like thank you. Ooh, something about love. With love, I can see that. So some other wording here, obviously. The kind of inlay. Oh, look at the little charms. So the kind of inlays that do the impression. So little bag of love. Cute little like lock kind of thing. Again, more accents for like the corners. This other lock portion. Oh, so this is probably the background of this guy. Looks like just a ton of stuff. And over here you have matte layers, the cute little circles with like impressions, or again that help you cut the other items. I mean, just a lot going on. Decorative bits that are either inlays or actual cuts, right? Because this one looks like it cuts all around. It might just be an inlay, but for like the handle area, little zipper looking kind of things. Just a lot. The little key, how cute is that? A tag. Just a lot going on with this one. Okay, so let me think about what it is that I want to do. This does not come in this one. I was just showing that to you guys, and I already have some other items in this one here. That was actually Tonic Craft Kit 90 is in there. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, since there is quite a lot going on here, I'm going to just open this up and see what the instructions say before I start pulling some papers and things. And creating your elegant Argyle bag. So the main panel, you want a couple of those. You have your buckle, your latch, hook panels. It says all these things to make this, you know, to me, as beautiful as it is, it's very quick, right? I mean, you just have these few pieces here. Obviously, you're going to decorate it however you like. Creating your elegant Argyle purse. So this is the bag, and this is the purse, okay? So the purse has a gift card holder, the side panels, the main panel ×2, it says. You're going to pop that in there, and it has little slits and different things because you're going to need to use that. So you can definitely slide, this is the elegant Argyle purse, can be housed inside the elegant Argyle bag, okay? So they can go together or just be separate pieces. Okay, all right, so with that in mind, let me grab some papers. Okay, so let's start with the elegant Argyle bag. And so I brought out both of the brown classic card for my base. So I'm just going to really use that quite a bit. And then some accent panels with this kind of quilted look, a leather look. So we're going to need this big guy, and you need 2 of it. So this one. And the reason I brought out 2 sheets of the brown, and that's why they're giving 2 sheets of these base colors, because you're going to need both of them. Like this one's going to fit, both of these are going to fit on this one page, which is great. So definitely going to take that up. We need 2 of that. You need 2 of your sides. So I'm going to need this extra piece for that. You need 2 of, let's see, they're here. Okay, yeah. So I usually like to put these back in, slide them back in the plastic casing, but the other one I ripped it off, so there we go, we have one. You are going to need 2 of this guy, which they're calling the latch. Actually, you need 4, sorry guys, so I'm assuming you're going to double them up so they're nice and thick and all that. So anyway, you need 4 of that. So it's this one, and it does have a decorative piece, but we're going to use that later. So for right now, I'm just going to keep it all the same brown color, my base color. So we need 4 of that guy, 4 of the buckle panel. You are going to be able to decorate this later with this piece or whatever you want to add, so just keep that in mind. But for right now, nope. Let me get this off of here, sorry. It never fails that I get my paper stuck on the stickiness of these carriers. Yeah, that's not great, but oh well. Still have my information, it's all right. Okay, see, oh no. I'm telling you, whenever you do that, put them somewhere outside of where you're working, and I always keep that in mind, but forgot today. Okay, you are going to need the hook panels, which is also on this sheet here. This die cuts 2 pieces, and it says you need hook panel ×2. So we're going to run this through twice. So you're going to have 4 of these little bits. Okay, so we have that still run through twice. And then we need, is that everything? Oh, that's everything. Okay, so I will be right back. If you want to save on some paper, what I've been doing is I use those little guys to cut those corners here. The latch fit there a couple times. I even cut one from here. So I'm just using this very bottom edge to cut even more pieces. So very cool. I just need a couple more of these guys, and I think they'll fit here. Yeah, like perfectly. So there we go. All right, I can get the last 2 there, and then I'll cut the other pieces from the fresh new piece of cardstock. Okay, yeah, and if you set it up like I did, you get this whole sheet basically for something else. So a few things. Let me just clean up a little bit, but we're going to stick some pieces together, and then I'm going to go ahead and do some matte layers because these guys are going to be on the purse, and I think it's easier to decorate them when it's not on the purse and stuff like that. So let's put some of these things together. We'll decorate them a little bit, and then we'll make the 3D object. Okay guys, so as we discussed, we have 2 of the main panel. We have 2 of the you know, side panels. We have 4 of the latches, 4 buckles, and we ran this through twice because it makes 2 pieces for you at once. So let's start with this guy. What I'm going to do is go ahead and score, because you know I prefer to score things when they're not glued together yet. So I'm going to score both of these guys, and I'm going to score these all along here. I believe these kind of go in. Yeah, so let's go ahead and score all this in, and the glue tabs towards the inside. And I'm sorry if you hear a lawnmower. My neighbor's gardener is in and doing their job, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, right now we're going to focus on these panels and these side panels. So what you're going to want to do is take these guys and glue this portion to the center and then overlap it with this one, so they're hidden and it looks just neater, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And what I do on this one side, I'll do on the other. Usually I walk through both, but honestly I don't want you hearing the lawnmower for too long. So what I'm going to do is place this here, and I always just line it up, you know, right down where it needs to be. I always look on the back side to make sure I haven't overshot the edge of the paper or score line, whatever it is that's there. You know, you want to keep it nice and neat. So when this is up, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little further out. Okay. Just hold that down for a bit there. Make sure everything's lined up nicely. And then I'll do the same thing on this opposite side. So this is a nice side of the bag, or you know, where the die was, and this is the rough cut side, right? So I'll go ahead and glue this one on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to take this portion and just put glue all over this. You can put it on the other piece there, the base piece, whatever you think is better for you. But basically, let's get lots of glue on there. We don't want it to fall apart. And I like to use a wet glue. I always mention this because unless you tear it, it's not going to fall apart. But if you like double, you know, liner kind of tape, go for that. And again, just making sure everything, yeah, that was good. That everything still closes, right? You want to make sure of that. And this should line up perfectly just because obviously we just nestled it right in there. While that sets up, I'm going to go ahead and cut the panels that I want for this outside. So I'm going to take this guy and cut into this paper. And I did grab 2 sheets of this because I wasn't sure if they would both fit on one, but we'll see. So I'm going to cut it really close to the edge just to make sure if I can get this cut down here, you know. If not, I'll cut it from a second sheet. And then also paying attention to the, you know, direction. If you want it to be this way, I feel like it needs to go this way. Maybe that's just me. So I want 2 of these panels, and while I'm cutting decorative things, I might as well cut some other pieces. So from my stash, I'm going to grab some gold paper because I think that'll be fun with the colors I have here. So I'm going to cut 2 of these just for the outside decorative bit in gold, and also this. So I'll cut 2 of this from some gold paper. It's kind of interesting because this piece also has an inlay, so if you wanted to decorate it that way, you could do that, or you can just run this strip, I believe, yeah, down the center. So a couple different ways to get similar looks. This one has more of a wispy look, where this one has more like an embossed look down the middle. But I'll cut 2 of these out of gold paper also. So I will be right back. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I have my decorative pieces, and I will say this just missed by like a hair being able to get that from one piece of cardstock, so I just cut into the second one. Yeah, it's just, you think, okay, maybe, I mean, it's right on there, but this edge is a full cutting edge, and it just misses, like just misses, even if this one was hanging off the bottom. So, you know, if you want to make it a little shorter at the bottom, I guess you could do that. I still use one piece of cardstock for that. Okay, so let me turn this over. And I'm just going to glue these guys down. You can do the handle also right now, or don't do the handle. You know, I'm going to walk you through both, I think, bags. So I'm kind of showing you the steps, but there's a lot of decoration that you can do, a lot more, right? So I'm going to turn this over. Just pop this down in here. Just eyeballing where that might be. Okay, so I'm splitting the difference of the extra all around. Okay, so like down here, it's like 1/8 of an inch, right? I'll glue the other side on too. And then just so I don't misplace these little guys, I'm going to go ahead and decorate 2 of these latches with it. And then we'll wait to one more step before we get to these decorative pieces here. So that guy, I'm just going to stick that down there, and then on one more, okay? The other two are going to be on the inside of the bag. You don't see it. It's just there for support, so you don't have to decorate these guys. Okay, this is very interesting. So we're going to turn that back over. I already just decorated those panels. What you're going to do with these guys, it says to glue these flat. Okay, I know it sounds interesting because you're going to put glue here and glue them flat like this. Okay? And I think that's going to give your bag a way to kind of open, which is so nice. You guys know I have other purse dies in the past, and they're flat, so then you can't open it. You know, so it's weird. So, and I just do different things to make it work. But look at this. So you're gonna glue that flat, same thing, glue here, and I'm gonna glue it down flat. Okay, make sure this isn't glued, obviously, just the glue tabs. Okay, while that's setting up, I'm not gonna mess with it yet because the glue is still pretty wet. We have these two little sets of tabs, right? And so what you're gonna do is glue these guys together, kind of like a raindrop shape. And you're gonna glue the raindrop area together so that this little rounded area is just by itself, okay? Like free floating there still, because we're gonna use that in just a moment. So I'm gonna put some glue and do the same thing for the second set. I'll be right back. Okay, while those are setting up, because they're still a little bit wet, I don't wanna move forward quite yet. You're gonna glue two of these guys together like this for both sets. So I'm just gonna do that, and we'll pick up assembling the rest of this guy in just a moment. So let's get that going. Just gluing one over the other, you know, trying to make them nice and straight, of course. And I'll be right back. These are flat right now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and score the glue tabs on either side on both of them, okay? Because we're going to use them one on one side, one on the other. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down too while I'm here. So let's just get some glue on that. I put it very lightly when you're gluing something like this because you don't want the glue to warp that gorgeous gold paper. And again, I'm just splitting the difference. Like I said, the other one has an inlay, like specifically. This is kind of like a little buckle. I think I'm just going to eyeball the center. That looks pretty good. And I'll do the same thing for the second one. Okay, these guys are ready to go in just a moment. So we're going to go back to these. And what you're going to do is glue these into your purse sides here. So let me see how they're showing it. Like down like this. Okay, so this little teardrop way is kind of facing down. Hopefully you can see that. And let's give this a flex since we haven't done this yet. That is so cool. It's like very origami-ish. Look at that. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, so smart. Because if this was glued, you can imagine it's just closed. And somebody came up with this. That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna take this guy again with that little point facing down, and you're supposed to glue these inside. So I'm gonna put glue on this part, which feels a little counterintuitive. You think you would put the glue here, right? But no, you need to have the glue facing your paper. So you're gonna bring these in. Again, that little point is down. I'm gonna pop this in here and glue that in, okay? So I'm just gonna hold it so it looks like that. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Put the glue and make sure it's facing down and pop that in this opposite side. That is so cool. I mean, crazy. Cute. Okay, so we have these guys. And then we have these. So these are the ones that are going to go on the inside to help make this sturdy. For right now, what I'm going to do is bring these over. And what you have to do is glue these pieces onto these guys here. So it's going to go this way. This little latch is kind of facing down. And you have this edge at the very top that's kind of like beveled. These guys need to glue to that. Okay. So put some glue. And put it here. Okay. So if you can see that. And I'm making it very much right there. You know, I hope that's what they're depicting. That's what it looks like. And then on the opposite side, you're going to glue another one. I guess I can just hold this. And then glue this opposite one. Basically right along that angle, right? Hope you can see what that looks like. So right along that angle there. That's what I'm doing. And I mean, we're so close to finishing this one, but like I said, I want to show you how to do both of them just in case you have any questions on that. I'm going to let this dry a little bit longer before I manipulate it more. But basically what you're going to do is turn it over and then take this one and, well, not that way, but glue it on this other side, right? So you have these bits. But I just want to make sure everything's good. Sturdy. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this guy, glue, and glue it on the opposite side. I'm gonna let that really set up before I bring it over to this side, okay? So it's gonna make like a little frame, like, and I just want it to not come apart while I'm trying to get that going. And I'm always holding things in the air, but you can definitely just lay that down. It can be flat. Okay, so last piece to go on here. So like I said, we're gonna bring this around and line it up right here. I'm not trying to get excess glue everywhere. There we go. Again, right along that edge, and I'm gonna hold that. So it's just following that curve. Or it's not really a curve, but that's slant. While I give this a moment to just kind of settle, again, you have stamps and, you know, the dies, you have the little cute things in the paper pack. Actually, let me look at that. I didn't even think about it. You want to have some little decorations for this area, right? This little circle, you want to cover that up. So it can be, you know, inlay, it can be any of these things, right? And you can make buttons that just look cute. All kinds of things. So let me see here. Maybe I'll go on then. With love. Those are very cute. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, there's so many cute things. Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe I take this. I'm gonna take this circle. Let me see if there are other circles in the kit. There are some larger circles, and then there's the tag circles, right? So there's this one, there's this guy, and then there's this one. And it looks like maybe this one's slightly larger, or they're exactly the same. They look very similar. So anyway, I'll take this guy and cut out the... I was going to keep everything cream. So let's do Life's Too Short, and then also cut out this one. Okay, so just like that, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm using this one. I mean, you can use a different die if you want for the circle, but I'm going to use this one. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, while I cut those out, I also cut out these little... cute little like saddle area. It's basically for the very sides right here. So you can take that and glue that in. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue and glue that on either side. Okay guys, so I have that decorative bit again. You don't have to do that, it's just a little something extra. It looks really cute. Okay, for these guys, I probably should have popped this on earlier, but that's okay. So I'm gonna take these guys, and again, all these decorations you can do while things are flat, you know. So put glue all over that, because basically you're just going to bring this in here and line it on the inside just to make it sturdier, and finish that piece also, you know, so it looks really nice, because this is going to go off and on your purse, and so people are going to see the inside of that, so why not cover that and also make it sturdy. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for this side, put glue on the rough cut side and place it right on the inside of this one. Okay, and then these guys, I'm just going to glue them on. You can definitely pop them up if you want, whatever it is you like, but I'm just going to glue that right on here. And then the Argyle one in the back. Okay guys, so let's check it out. So again, this opens up completely. I will give you some measurements on this guy. So the project is about 5 1/4 inches wide. The height, I mean, to the handle is just over 5 inches. This base portion is like 4 1/4. So you have that, right? And it opens up completely, so you can put lots of treats in there, just whatever you like. And then we take this guy and we just pop it over the top, and that's kind of what holds it. I mean, it doesn't have to, but that's what holds it closed. And then you put it right into the little latch that you have there and this side, and it just kind of like wants to go in there. That's really cool. And that holds it together. I mean, how smart is that? It definitely looks like a travel bag, like something, I don't know, it's just very nice, like a tote kind of feel. I keep wanting to say satchel, and that's what I'm thinking. So you have that guy, right? Okay, it's a gift on its own, you know. You can decorate the handle. You have dies for that too. Here you have inlays. I mean, you have things that look like zippers, and that's one thing I didn't talk about, because I am going to walk you through both bags, but this right here makes like a 3D zipper, you guys. How cute is that? And you can just imagine, I don't think the instructions are here on it, but run it through some silver paper, some gold paper, whatever coordinates. And all you're going to do is fold these things back right on those lines, so it has a little thickness to it. And then just glue it in place, right? Once you have those glue tabs tucked in. And so it's going to look like a zipper that looks something like, let me show you the example here. There we go. just like that. So it's basically like a square box shape that you see those score lines like we looked at, and then it just tucks under this portion, right? So that piece is up and out, and it just looks like a zipper. That is awesome. All the decoration you want to do. Look at the little scissors. I mean, how cute are those? That icon there. Again, charms. I mean, charms that are a scissor shape. Cute little corners, you know, all these different things, right? But the video is long enough already, so what I'm going to do is walk you through the next piece. What I'm going to do for this, just to work it up really quickly for you guys, is just use some cream colored cardstock from my stash, maybe a tan color, something like that. Oh, you know, maybe even just craft card. Why not? I mean, that coordinates. Again, I like to keep this in one piece, but it's really wanting to stick. There we go. Slide that guy out. So for the inside bag, or just however you want to use it, you're going to need, if you want to use it by itself, it also has decoration. You see these pieces here? Decorate the panels. I'm going to leave it very plain for this video, but you do have inlays, or matte layers, should I say, on that one. We're going to need 2 of that piece. You're going to want 2 of this one. This is the gift card holder portion. And 2 of the side panels. So 2 of that, 2 of that, and 2 of this little guy right here. And again, you have tons of different things. The lock is even 3D, guys. I know in the instruction they don't talk about that, but if you're looking at this, I mean, you can kind of see where it makes like a box shape, right? You just probably have cut 2 of them, and you can stick those together to make a lock. I mean, there's just a lot going on, and then all the decorative pieces for that lock. So 2 of each of these, and I'll be right back. For this smaller purse, I will say everything fits like just like this. This is an A2 size piece of cardstock that I have here. So from one sheet, you're going to be able to get your whole base, right, of the purse. So for this one, it's just those 3 dies for the very base. But again, you have so much in this kit. Like, I've barely scratched the surface. I just want to show you, you know, how to create these things. But like this, you can see, decorates this area, right? So you have that. You have the things for your handles for the other one. You can add a handle. You can do, I mean, just so much. Again, the matte layers for this portion. So there's just a lot to play with on this set. But again, just like I did before, I like to go ahead and pre-score things, so I'll score both of those. This guy looks like it's going to be scored in a way that these go in, and this portion is also scored. It's a little delicate, so I would probably put it down to make sure that I'm running right along that score line. Okay, so I took my time with that. You do the same thing with the second one, and if you want to bone fold it just to make it nice and stark, you can definitely do that. Crisp, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And then this guy, same as before, you're gonna fold all these things in, and it's actually going to be glued in kind of like the other one was, where you glue it down flat. So very interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. So again, if you're gonna do your decorating, you want to go ahead and do that. We're gonna do this very much the same as the larger bag. And put some glue so that the rough cut sides are facing. This guy can go right in here, again, making sure nothing is being impeded here, and it looks like it's perfectly on that edge there. And then this guy too. And pop that in there. Cute. And again, this can be a standalone bag on its own, or you do what I'm going to show you, where you insert this one in the other. Okay, this is still a little bit wet, but I'm going to go ahead and move on. And just pop the glue on here. This is working up really fast, huh? I guess both of them really worked up really fast for the base and everything. Just again, however much decoration you want to do. Adornment and all those little charms and everything that's in the kit. So cute. Okay, I just want to make sure that this still closes. And these guys will close too. Yep, everything's good. I'm going to hold that down for a few seconds here. Oh, I said I was going to score everything and I missed a couple things here. While that's setting up, let me go ahead and take a moment to score this one. Like I said, I did it very carefully. I'll be right back. So while that is drying a little bit, I'm going to take this guy and basically you're going to glue one of these on top of the other, okay? So I'm going to put the glue on here, but you can put it on the back of the other one, whatever it is that you need. I'm going to take this guy and pop it right on top. Okay. And like I said, I do everything up here, but you can definitely lay this down just to get some good pressure on that. And that's because I score everything, so, you know, it has some dimension to it. But if it was very flat, you can definitely just lay it down. But yeah, just make sure everything is on, you know, track to just being nice and straight. One on top of the other. That looks really good. And then, you know, I think that's holding on pretty good. Whenever you work with craft card, it's so like porous. It just holds on really fast. So I'm going to put some glue here and bring this guy over and glue those guys together. There is a little angle right here that doesn't actually need to have glue. Sorry. So I'll just take that off. And very interesting, right? See how these little tabs are just kind of here? They have like little decorative embossing to them. Because you are going to see these. And now it depends on how much you want to decorate also, you know, but you are going to see this. Okay, so let's put it to the side. Let that be, right? It's doing its thing. Over here, again, just like before, we're going to put glue here on either tab and then glue it flat. Which is so interesting to me. I'm going to make sure I have the glue there. And I'm just kind of holding them. They're already scored, so when I lay it down, I shouldn't put too much glue all over. There we go. That one's getting caught a little bit on there. So it was getting caught on this line here, so I just had to kind of go above that. And we can definitely just hold that down, and I'll do the same thing for this side. Glue on the glue tabs and flatten it out. Okay guys, so hopefully, you know, I didn't go too fast through this second one. It is essentially exactly the same construction as the first one, right? Other than, you know, these little different things. But we're going to go ahead and close that up. How cool is that? Again, it opens up really nicely. Now this guy, you're going to slip this in here. And it says to slide this in. And this is all from the instruction, guys. So from the center of the inner bag, internal spine, the oval flap threads through the slits to keep the bag closed. So I'm assuming out this top one, right? First. And then to close it up, and then down into this next one. So maybe I'll do one side at a time. Right there. Okay. And then this one goes through here. Oh my gosh. So you can essentially obviously put your gift card in there, right? That's what the slit's for, or maybe some money, anything else that's thin like that. And then you put that slit down in there. That is so smart. And then when you open it up or take it out, obviously it opens up. And again, this could be its own thing, right? You have all the decoration you can put on there. And for right now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this off. I keep forgetting that we have the security little side pieces here. And then this guy, sorry, I've been having allergies and all kinds of other issues, but let's get this guy in here. And I want to take care, I don't want to smash anything from this other one, but it is a snug fit, guys. It goes right in there, right down in, so that you can still close this up, obviously. Let me push it down a little bit more. But there you go. So it's the purse within a purse if you want that, or it can be two separate projects, right? So when the person opens it up, they have this inner piece. How cute is it? This inner piece. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks so much, Tonic Studios, for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.